Okay guys, so in this video we're going over the new Ultimate Rare cards from Ultra Competition 3. So they'll be dropping in about 2 weeks on July 14th, so not too far away now. You can see on the main page they're going all in on the movie stuff. We got Ultimate Gohan, we got Orange Piccolo, the new form of Piccolo there. So yeah, definitely pretty hyped for this next mission. Okay, so yeah, we got 8 Ultimate Rare cards for this mission. So I'll just go over those now. So first of all, I'll just change the layout. Yeah. So first of all, we have Goku GT. So this is the first adult version of Goku GT in the game. That's pretty cool. You can see he's got the black star Dragon Balls there as well on the card art, which is pretty cool. So he's an elite type. Got a good amount of HP. His super attack cost is 7, so yeah, a bit high. But you know, still good. And he's got a touch action ability, so he can summon Shenron. So the standard effect of this Shenron summon, your team either restores 3,000 HP, or they restore 1 buff key for each of your guys. So that's the standard effect, and this Goku has an extra effect where he doubles all of your guys' super attack damage, and it also gives you 2 hero energy. That's pretty good. Definitely some good effects there. And he's got a unit S for 7 energy, so quite high, but it is a unit S, so it doesn't actually consume the energy, so you can still keep the energy afterwards, as long as you have the required amount. And the members are Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., so that's cards will be coming to soon. But first of all, the effect of the unit is that Goku, this adult Goku GT, his power level will increase by 10 times, and his power, guard, and power level will all increase by 30,000, which is really strong. The only thing is that the power level boost of 30,000 won't actually give you any hero energy, but that's still really good regardless. I think the high energy cost is the only downside. Moving on, his main ability. So at the start of the battle, your team's charge impact speed basically becomes unable to be changed for the entire battle. So that includes enemies trying to make it faster, but also you can't make it slower. But it just means that it's basically steady the whole battle, right? So at least it's it won't be any changes, which is good. And also, at the end of any turn that he is an attacker, your ally attackers will regain some ki, and any of those ally attackers, I think it's just any of your guys in total, that have less than 100 power, will increase their power to 3,000, which is a really good counter to cards that are dropping your power by 100,000 or 10,000 or so. That's really good. Basically, so that your power doesn't go down by like a massive amount, right? Which is really good. Yeah. Overall, I think it's quite a good card. So moving on, with Goku Jr. So again, another new card for the game. Yeah, nice card up. So hero type, HP is I guess average. Only 3 energy for his super attack is quite low, which is quite nice. And he's got a far flying swing on the second round, and the extra effect is that it lowers the enemy's hero energy by 3, which is quite good. You know, always lowering hero energy is always nice because it just helps you so much, right? That's really good. And his main ability, so when you make a move each round, your ally attackers will increase their power by 2,000. So not that much, but 2,000 is still something at least. It's not too bad. And also, if the enemy team has 5 or more guys, then if this Goku Jr. was an attacker, at the end of the power level battle, if you also have Vegeta Jr. on your team, then both of your teams, so your team and the opponent's team, basically any guys on the battlefield that can't use their super attack that round, they also won't be able to use any card action abilities that round either. So basically, they'll be sealed away for that round. So it's pretty strong. The only thing is obviously it's both teams, so just make sure you don't seal yourself as well. So pretty good. And moving on, so the Vegeta Jr. here is basically a pair card. So you're basically supposed to use the Goku Jr. and the Vegeta Jr. together to make the most out of them, right? So his Berserker HP is only 2,000, so quite low. And the 5 energy is still quite good for his spirit attack. And he's got a Awoken Burst. And the extra effect is that the enemy will take an extra 2 times damage from then on. So basically, you're doing double damage to the enemy from then on, which is pretty good. Yeah, definitely good damage output potentially. And his ability goes alongside the Goku Jr. So when you make a move each round, all the enemy attackers will lose 2,000 power. So the Goku Jr. increases your power by 2,000, whereas this Vegeta Jr. Lowers the enemies by 2,000. That's basically the difference between them. And then the second part, so the same requirement, the enemy has to have 5 or more guys on their team. And when this Vegeta Jr. is an attacker, at the end of the power level battle, if you also have Goku Jr. on your team, then both your teams, so any guys on the battlefield who can't use their super attack that round, they also won't be able to use any touch action abilities that round. So if you use the Goku Jr. and the Vegeta Jr. together, basically anyone who can't use their super attack, they can't use either card action or touch action abilities that round. So that's potentially very, very strong. Just how you can kind of manage it, right? How can you make the enemy's super attack, unusable, and how can you make yours usable? It's basically the main key to using these two cards effectively, I'd say. But yeah, still definitely some potential to be really good. So yeah, moving on. So now it's coming to the promotional anime. So we've got a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and you can summon hit. You can see in the card, looking pretty nice. So it's a hero type. HP is not too bad. 6 energy, so pretty middle of the road, I'd say, for his energy cost. And he can summon hit on the second round to do a time skip. And the extra effect is that the enemy's guard will be lowered by 5,000. So nothing too crazy. It's pretty standard stuff. Yeah. So nothing special, I'd say. But his main ability is pretty good. So when you make your move each round, when this Vegeta is an attacker, the enemy's damage reduction, multipliers will be just null and void that round. So they won't take any less or any more damage based on that those damage reduction multipliers. That's pretty good. And his power level will also increase by 2,000. So yeah. And then if he's a supporter instead, then instead of the damage reduction being nullified, it's the damage multiplier. So lowering or increasing their damage will be just cancelled. And Vegeta's damage will increase by 2,000. So basically, this is like another one of those cards where you can use them. It's kind of like two abilities in one, right? Because you can be either an attacker and ignore their damage reduction, or being a supporter and ignore their damage multipliers, right? So depending if you want to be more defensive or offensive, you can put them in different positions, right, on the battlefield. So it's pretty good. Definitely quite a good card, because there's other cards like these where they have like one of these effects, but he has them like just one card, right, depending on who's an attacker or supporter. So that's quite good, because you can basically save number of cards, right? You just need to use one card for both those effects, which is really good. So yeah, definitely a solid card. I definitely think I'll use them if I can get them. So yeah. Next up, we have the Future Warrior in Black. So yes, it is Future Gohan, as I'm sure you all know. So he's actually Super Saiyan, this one. It's pretty cool. He was Berserker. HP is quite low, but yeah, he's Berserker, so it's not too surprising. And super attack cost is 7 hero energy, so relatively high, but he's still pretty strong, Berserker, right? And he's got a Kamehameha Rush as his card action ability. So that's basically him and 3 others to do an attack. And his extra effect is that all those 4 guys, so himself included, plus the 3 other guys, will double their power level from then on. So it's pretty good. The only thing is that it's only from the 3rd round onwards that you can actually use that boosted power level. So it's a bit late, I guess, in terms of the effect, but it's still quite strong, right? It's 4 guys. That's definitely not anything bad or anything, He's got a unit, which I think is pretty good. This unit is only 4 energy, so quite low cost. And the members are the Warrior in Black, who's a very good card. Well, he has many good cards. And also the new character, the female Warrior in Black, who also seems pretty strong. We'll get to her in a minute. But the effect is that basically the enemy's power level will be greatly reduced. What that means is that normally when you use a key bar, you get 1,000 power level. This will reduce it so that instead of 1,000, you're only getting 100 power level from those key bars. So basically 10% of what they normally get. This doesn't include like boosted power levels, like plus a certain amount of power level. It's only from the key, but that's still like 10% of what you normally get. That's still like a massive reduction. It's pretty good. So yeah, and the his main ability is also quite good. So at the start of the battle, if you have Trunks Xeno on your team, then this Gohan will instantly times his power and power level by 4 times. That's really good. And there's so many good Trunks Xeno cards out there that it's not hard. It's definitely not hard to fit him into a team, right? So that's definitely good. And also at the end of every round, he'll increase his power by whatever damage you took that round. So if you took 10,000 damage in one round, then he'll increase his power by 10,000 too. And if you take more than 4,000 damage in any round, additionally, he also increases his damage by 3 times. So he can get very, very strong the more damage you take. It's really good. Definitely just a good, good stats all around. Yeah, definitely is one of the best cards in the set. So yeah, pretty good. Next up, we have the female warrior in black. So it definitely looks like she's like a Rags kind of, same race as Rags with the glass kind of shards and stuff. Pretty cool. So elite type, HP is average again. Full energy is quite low, which is very nice for her super attack. That's good. And she's got the same card action ability that the last mission's Future Warrior in Black had, which is the freeze lock. So basically it combines the freeze and the Kiso lock abilities into one. So yeah. So basically on the second round you stop a random enemy's attack, do damage to them, and then right after you can potentially freeze or seal away their abilities on the next round. It's a very good ability. And her extra effect is that it will also stun the enemy. That's pretty good too. Yeah, not bad. And her main ability, so when she's a supporter, at the end of the power level battle, all the enemies' damage will be halved. That's really good off the bat. And also their ki will be lowered. That's also pretty good. And also, if there are any enemies in the enemy team that are either ignoring guard or ignoring damage reduction, then basically the effect will be increased. It was really good. The only thing is that it's only a 1-turn ability. But I think if it was every turn, that would be kind of broken, right? Having the damage every turn for free and potentially, potentially even more, depending on the extra effect. Yeah, it's still really good, right? And like I said, she's got good unit with this card here. So yeah, it's pretty good. Only 2 cards left now. So this is the first movie card. This is Orange Piccolo. Making his debut in Dragon Ball Heroes. It's really cool art. Looking very fierce. He's a hero type. HP is not too bad, I guess. Again, 7 energy, so quite a lot of high cost cards in the set. And he can actually transform into his giant Piccolo form. So he's got a Gigantification Burst. So yeah, pretty strong. So I'll go for his main ability first. So his main ability, at the start of the battle, he can't join any group attacks. And he'll always attack the enemy with the highest power. But in return, he's immune to ki damage, so he can never be stunned, which is pretty good. And also, during the first round, he won't take any more than 1,000 damage for every attack that he takes, right? Whether that's single or group attacks, he won't take any more than 1,000 damage on the first round. So if any of you have played World Mission on the Switch, it's very similar to the Cell Xeno secret, where, in the first round, they basically are just like a wall. You can't do much damage to them. That's pretty good. But I would say he's definitely better than Cell Xeno because his burst, his transformation is really good. His giant transformation. So basically, in the second round, he can transform, and obviously any giant characters can use their super attack without any energy costs. That's pretty good. And also, whenever he uses his super attack in his giant form, he'll lower the enemy's power by 10,000. That's really good right off the bat. It's really good. And also, the less HP you have, the more damage it will do. So basically, if you have like almost no HP, it will do like a massive amount of damage, right? And it's also burst, so you can do even more damage with that. So that's pretty good, It's a very good damage output potentially. So yeah, very good. And also blocking the damage on the first round is really good. So yeah. Overall, I think this is probably one of the best cards in the set. I definitely expect this to be quite expensive card, so hopefully I get this day one. That'll be really good, but yeah. Otherwise, it might be quite expensive to buy. So yeah, cool stuff. And the last card, so we have another Climax Change card. So this is Vegito Xeno. So like the Goku GT Climax Change on, I believe it was Big Bear Mission 12. It's very similar, like aesthetics wise, card art design wise, because got the base or Super Saiyan, you got Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. But this is actually Super Saiyan Kaioken. So it's a little bit different, but still very similar, card art to the Vegeta Xeno. So yeah, so he's a Berserker. HP is low, but he's very strong. 6 energy is not too bad for his super attack. So I'll go for his main ability first. So at the start of the battle, the enemies, basically any effects on the enemy team that either recover HP or just increase your their max HP will be halved, right? So that's really good because in the meta right now there's lots of kind of effects that basically just increase HP by like a big amount, and that can basically halve that. That's really good, right? And also Vegito Xeno's power level increased by 4,000. That's pretty good, definitely some good effects at the start of the battle. And also at the start of every round, if your HP is more than is over 75% HP, then the enemy can't gain any hero energy from abilities that turn, and they'll also lose 1 hero energy. That's pretty good, and that's also potentially every round, as long as you have over 75% HP. So yeah, good stuff. And then his climax change effect. So once he goes into the limit breaker, Super Saiyan 4, he'll be immune to key damage. So like the Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, he can't be stunned, and also his damage will increase by 4 times. That's really good. And 4 times damage is massive, yeah, and he's only got a small number of transformations of different forms, so only 4 forms. So he can potentially transform into Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 on the first round. All you need is 10,000 power level or more, and he'll transform into Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. Otherwise, he'll just transform into Super Saiyan 3 if you don't have enough power level. But yeah, potentially on the first round, getting 4 times damage is really good, So yeah, so that's it, I believe. Yeah, from this mission. So definitely hyped for the secrets. I think, well, Gohan's got to be there, right? The Beast Gohan's definitely coming out in the secret. That's one. It's got to count, right? So yeah. So thanks for watching, and yeah, definitely hyped for the next mission. See you guys in the next video.